Africa is facing its greatest catastrophic crisis, arguably since the days of slavery. This could turn into carnage across a whole region if the world does not assist immediately.
That will never work. Keeping them out would not work. And the idea that you can keep out a whole group of people who are America's partners, whether we like it or not, West African nations are partners with this country.
Well, and trying to do that is racist.
Yeah, of course. All right, that's the left-wing lunacy that passes for commentary and discussion on MSNBC. Jeffrey Lord, contributing editor at the American Spectator and former aide to President Ronald Reagan, joins us. And Jeffrey, you wrote a great piece. Ebola, the president is responsible, and you start off talking about how Ronald Reagan was falsely accused of ignoring AIDS and responsible for AIDS deaths, and now this president and this administration is truly ignoring a problem here that is certainly more deadly than AIDS.
Well, that's right, and you know what they did with Reagan is politicized disease, as it were. So now we're well past this, and I think they've made a huge mistake in doing this. I noticed just before we started here that the president has canceled a campaign fundraiser for a cabinet meeting on Ebola, which should tell you something, tell us all something here, that they're beginning to get the drift of the kind of problem they have, which I think is systemic. I mean, I really think this is what liberalism is. It's not competent, and this is the kind of problem that we get into here. And in this case, it's with a very, very serious disease, a deadly disease. And we've got a lot of problems with this, and there are a lot of problems coming. And frankly, they're just not up to snuff. When we learned this morning that there's yet another healthcare worker at the same hospital who they believe is now showing signs of Ebola. I mean, they are
right. And she traveled on a plane from Cleveland to Dallas just a day before she turned herself in, suffering from symptoms. How these people, these health workers, who now we also find out were allowed to treat other patients.
Exactly.
I mean, they would go from this guy who had Ebola and died from his room to regular patients' rooms. I mean, this is insane. And only now is the CDC being proactive at this hospital.
Right. I mean, I honestly do not think they know what they're doing. And that is a really scary thought, considering what's at stake here. I mean, these cases are now popping up in the United States. You've got thousands and thousands of cases over there in West Africa. I wrote a little thing the other week. Donald Trump took all kinds of criticism when he suggested, when these first two missionaries were brought here, that they should be kept out of the country and treated out of the country. Every single thing he has said about this since then has now come to be true. And most obviously, the thing to do is shut off the people who are coming in here from that part of the world. It has nothing to do with race. If they all came from Sweden,
right,
you'd say the same thing.
Right. No, we're supposed to be more concerned with the people in Africa. We're supposed to be more concerned with their economy. We're supposed to be more concerned with them stopping the disease there than we are about here, our own selves and our own children. It's insane.
And I have to say, I think this is also tied into the border issue, because, once they sort of accede to the fact that, well, maybe they might have to close borders, that southern border looks particularly vulnerable here.
Yeah. No,
and people can have this disease. I think it was, one of the Pentagon generals who suggested, General Kelly, I guess, who suggested that they could come right over the border.
And you know what else, Jeffrey? They could come over the northern border, too, from Canada. It's
exactly.
It's very, very frightening. And, again, Reagan was blamed falsely. To this day, he's blamed falsely. But Obama so far is getting a pass, and so is his whole staff and CDC. And let's hope that there's nothing else to hold them accountable for, and that this gets nipped in the bud, although I'm with you. I don't think they know what the heck they're doing. And just because he canceled his campaign appearances doesn't mean he's not going to go play golf after this meeting. Keep that in mind.
That's right.
Jeffrey, thank you very much, sir. Always great to talk to you.
All right, Steve. Thanks a lot.
Jeffrey Lord, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back next with Gimme 5 right here on Newsmax Television. Don't go away.